class. So I was just playing with some of the things that we've done to see how I can make this design the aesthetics. So this is what I've come up. So I'm just going to duplicate this page to see how explain how I apply these statistics to some of this report that we've done. So let me just create a new page, and I'm going to the same set of visuals here that I have here, which we have created. So that's just what I just did some aesthetics, but I'm just gonna give a high level overview how I had it done. So first and foremost, sometimes you may be working in your organization and probably based on your company logo brand, how do you get the color out of it? So there are different ways you can get that color. So I'm using Amazon in this case now as an example. So what I did was, you can do the same thing in your PowerPoint as well, but is this website which is called color.hardware, you know. So if I get it, the only thing that I need to do was to upload um that logo, or that logo, that image that I want to extract the color. And if you remember, in our PowerPoint, we have all this hex code, or maybe in terms of color coding, these are hex code, that if you put this code in Power BI or even any other application that accept hex code, you can get the actual color rather than just trying to get the color out. So what I did, let me just see if I can refresh this again. You know, I just come here, go to what I want to do. I can even create different types of color, color wheels. Maybe I'm looking for a particular variant of colors, and this is where your creativity and your innovation, being innovative comes in whenever you are building your Power BI report, because you will want to present something that is really a world class. Let me use that word. So what I did, I just went online, get the Amazon logo, because it's more like say based on what we say we want to do. It's an Amazon e-commerce data set. So what I needed to do is to just, you can see extract color from an image and save them as color palette. So which is okay. So what I needed to do was to just go to that point where I have that Amazon logo, which I think this is this one, and move things around. You can move things around here, which color do you want to actually pick? You can pick all those things. So that's where I got all this color, from the dashboard. If you look at the dashboard, it's looking really, really pretty. Anyway, but how did I get this color out of Amazon? To use Amazon logo rather. So I had to get up, use that color. So let's say I want to create this again. The first thing I needed to do here, this is the blank canvas page, that we have. I think maybe I'll just quickly create those things. Use card, just create, we did total revenue. Um, I'm just going to copy and paste, or maybe I'm going to just format only one. Or okay, let me just do this one. This is the total revenue. I do this first. And this is my canvas. No, now some of the things I normally do is before I start building a dashboard based on what is expected of me, I normally have a rough sketch, in my notebook. That's okay. This is what I want to place here. This is what I want to place here. So even before doing all the necessary visuals, the measures that I need to do, I already have how the dashboard is going to look in my head. So I have that rough sketch, a paper, just okay, I'm going to put that revenue here. I'm going to put this, I can put one chart here. And don't forget when we talk about how people tend to read your report or your dashboard, it's in the Z format, like saying they read from here, they read from here. So that's why you could see I put some of the important, KPI here, KPI that, by the time you read this line finish, we'll have gotten the high, an overview of what I'm trying to present. And if you come here, you will see, oh, this is total revenue. And if you look at it, the least important one, which sometimes, most of the time, tables and maps tends to be this um this last angle here. So I already pictured that in my mind, and so that is where I come up with this design. So now my background based on that color, I want to pick a background for my report. So it's always, maybe whenever we are building a report, depending on the color from the organization, maybe a gray background color sometimes, um, always being perfect. But so thankfully in the Amazon um logo that I'm using here, I have something that look like a gray or black, that's not completely black. So I'm just gonna copy this X code. Let's assume this is what I want to use. Um, I'm just gonna copy that. And now this is my canvas. There are two ways to do these things. It's either you design that in your PowerPoint. I think I've done a sample of how you can build, how your report is going to look like. Then you import it into from your PowerPoint, you save it as a PNG or SVG file, you import it into your Canvas background. So this is it now. But now I'm not using any PowerPoint. I'm using I want to just do some customization from here. So that's why, okay, now I have this option. This is my canvas background. This is my canvas. So in case maybe I want to change the size, but I'm just going to leave this as a default. And this is my canvas background. So if I had done all my formatting, how the structure, I can just come here and say, import that image, but I don't want to do that. So what I want to do is I want to use a color. And what's that color? I can come here, that same code I did. I can just paste it here, and that's it. But if you look at this, nothing is happening, and that's because the transparency is 100%. So if I reduce this now, you see my background. So are we still together?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in my head, okay, I have, because you can always, depending on how you want to do your report. So now I can pick some shapes here. Okay, maybe I want to create a shapes to form like a filter pane, the title, I can do all those things. Normally, all these things I do them in PowerPoint, then bring them here.
Okay.
So, but just saying, because of this demo anyway, we are going to build everything in Power BI, not importing anything, So now I can duplicate this, copy, paste this, just do something like this, depending on what I want to do. So let's say this is what I want to do. Then I can format this, change the same color. If I go back to my color, where I start my color, I can decide to pick this or this. Let's say I'm going to pick this one this time around. Okay. Again, I go back to my Power BI. I can say, okay, shape style, fill. I want to fill this again. I can go to more colors and also paste that same X color here. The same thing applies to this other one here. I can change this for this. You can see I'm already building but there is something here. There seems to be a border. I can off this border as well. So I'm already started, doing the design. So here, this is our total revenue. So as I mentioned, I want to put my cards here. There is actually a new card. Instead of doing one by one card, there is a new card that is a bit even more flexible. So I'm going to switch it to a new card. So this new card here, I can just be picking everything that I want to show: total revenue, want to profit, total cost. I think we pick total order. We pick I think average rating and percentage return. So everything is here now, in this dashboard. So we can decide now, go further, customize it, do some formatting. 45 is too much. Maybe you can decide to make it 25. Yeah, so 25 it's okay. Let's expand this so that all this one that yeah, the decimal, or maybe we can even remove the decimal. Okay, maybe do some customization. Now I have this. We can reduce this. Maybe we'll reduce it, something like this here. Okay, this makes sense now. So I can do the other things that I did here was actually, formatting, just formatting, removing the background, changing the color. Yeah. So in the same way, like I want to make that my first photos card here. Now I'm combining them as one, so I can come here now, go to let's say value, everything should be decimal. I can put display the okay, value decimal, I can put it as 0 so that all these point will go away. You can see I'm only doing the formatting. But if I do this formatting, this average rating, I'm not able to get. So I'm just going to put maybe 2 decimal places. Yeah, this is okay. 2 decimal places, that's fine. Or if I want to make sure that it's only affect this, and that this new card has that functionality. So I'm going to put this as 0, and apply settings. Um, what is it? What's going on? So apply settings, I can specify that same, a specific measure or what I want to customize. So now is this average rating? I can come to this average rating and I say, okay, put this average rating as 2 decimal place. So it is not affecting that, all right? So that's how I customize this. So maybe again, I don't want the background. I can off the background. So in case maybe I'm looking for something, you don't know where it is. Now, I will assume that I'm looking for background. I don't know that it is under here. So I can easily search here, say background, and it's going to bring out every place that I have background. So here I can see background. Maybe this is what I'm looking for. I can turn it off. And I think there is also another background on that class. I don't want this background, so I turn this off. Right, everything goes off. So that is it. I'm looking for background. I can search it here. Another thing I'm looking for is I'm looking for color. I want to the text color here. Maybe I want to make this to be a white color. I can change it. But now, because I have clicked apply settings to all these things is just knowing where to click anyway is what it's saying. That's exactly what I want to, because I'm only saying applies to series average rating. But now I want everything. So I can change everything here and say pick everything as white, the title, the total revenue profit, I can also go and change that as well. So let's see how we can change that, which is the call out value. Let's see, I think it's under ads. I can even come here and search for title, because some of these things sometimes you'll be looking for them and you find, oh, where is this? Where is this? Let me see if I on this. So not this. Let me just check again here. Not here. Okay, it's not here. So let me check. So some of those things you have to just keep exploring. By the time you explore, you start exploring them, you will actually understand. So maybe I want a rounded rectangle, that's perfect. This is okay. I want, let's say, what other formatting can I do here? Okay, what I'm looking for, I've not actually see this to change this title heading here. Not here. Is this under reference label? No. Divider. Okay, if I want to put a divider, I can turn that on. Let me see. Background. Let's turn this background. Oh, I think it should be under this card. So let me see. Why am I not saying title? I'm not seeing the title for some reason. So anyway, but I can keep on exploring. By the time we start exploring this, we'll actually get what we are looking for. So in order to not to waste too much of the time, but just do one, let me do one more search again. Um, um, try to try to see.
Or to be touch header. Maybe it's header instead of.
Okay, sometimes you have to. Let me look at this. Uh, Label. Yeah, this is the label. Okay, here it's okay. So I know where to find that now. So let me remove this. It's somewhere. Conrad, where is the label? Okay, this is the label. Yeah, this is it. So this is what I'm looking for. So sometimes you need to just keep exploring. So let's say this is the color. Oh no, this is not. I'm going to go back to my. This is the color that I want that to look like. So I can change that. Okay, yeah, this is okay. This is the color that I want to use. So if I want this low, I want it below so that it look like exactly what I've done. Perfect. That's perfect. So yeah, this is how I did all this formatting. Maybe let's reduce maybe I think 25 is too much. We can just do 20. Okay, so this is it. And again, we did the line chart the last time. So I'm going to put that same line chart, put it somewhere here, just to follow the same design. Total revenue, where is it? Total revenue and against where is our date against here, and we did the same thing with turn on forecasting, and we forecasted to maybe 3 years, okay, depending on what we want to do. So it's showing that's perfect. So now we can also do some formatting to this, remove background. Let's go on off background, remove background. In terms of the color, so the let's say the y-axis, the value we want it to show as white. We can put that to show as white, just like this as well. You know, then the title, we don't actually need the title. With the title because this is also already showing here. Then tells the y-axis again. We can off the title or the value. We can make it as white. Okay, that's working. So now the other thing that we want to do is the line. So let's change the line color. Color, this is it. We change this. We are using the same color so that to make it uniform. Then in terms of the forecasting color, forecast line, which is this. So let's change this as well. Right, that's perfect. So just to maintain the brand, of what we are trying to do, and maybe yeah. So I'll not do too much on this. So there's another thing that I want to do. I want to turn on my visual border. So I can search for visual border, which is the visual border I'm talking about. Is this other line, this white line I have outside, just to show, okay, this is one visual, this is one visuals, all this, right? So I want to turn that on for this. So I can turn it on. Just turn this on, make it a white color. The rounded corners, maybe I can use maybe 14 or 15, depending on how I want it to look like. So that's it. It's making a lot of sense now. So maybe we can also add a data label here. Let's add a data label, or we can even expand this a bit. Data label. Let's look for data label. Where is it? Data label. I can on this one as well. I wanted to make it maybe a white color, just to maintain that design structure, that we followed. So this is it. And I think we have also have let me see what we have here. Um, okay, we have total revenue by subcategory. So quickly, I'm also going to do that. Total revenue by category, we're going to put that somewhere here as well. No, I think it's product subcategory, not this one. Let's say product subcategory. Yeah, this one here. Yeah. So maybe here we can say, okay, we want to show only top 5. We can just go, open our filter pane here and say total revenue. We can say what we want to show is what is it? Okay, we want to show top, maybe top N, top 5. I just do this. And what value is it going to base on? It's going to base on total revenue. I drag this and I apply. It may be maybe top 3 or top 10 or top 6. The same thing, you just come here, you apply, and it shows. So one thing now is rather than start doing the customization, so let's try and use Format Painter to see if we can modify this just straight away. Format Painter, apply to this, right? I think we have something that changed, but the back color has not changed. So we can also, look for that data bars here. So we want the same color, maintain that throughout. Okay. So the title is also missing. So let's look for the title. In terms of color, we do all those things. So it takes a bit of patience to actually design something that will be unique and we call attention of the stakeholders or the management, the people that will actually want to do consume your report. So yeah, without wasting, I think we have 5 minutes. So this is what we've done. I'm just going to. So there is also one thing that I actually do, which is I can create another page to make it a tooltip. So how tooltip works is that, maybe as I'm hovering my mouse on this report, I want to be able to see, okay, oh, what is the return rate for this particular product now? I can see the return rate, this for this phone and tablet is 26, this one is 27, So how can I do that? So how I had that done, I'm just quickly going to delete this page. Anyway, let me quickly delete it. So if you create a new page, the canvas page was going to, you have option to choose the canvas settings. What type of it? Is it going to be a letter, a tooltip? So what I want to use is a tooltip. So at least it is just a small page and I want that to be in the middle. So this is it here now. So what I want to use is I want to use a gauge, that you can design to use anything. And I want to show this, maybe this time around, I want to show the average rating. So let's say this is the average rating, of each of those products. So again, I'm going to colors, I'm going to change this to our color so as to make it uniform. So I've done this now. So how do I make use of this that anytime, excuse me, anytime I hover, excuse me, anytime I hover my mouse, I want to see the average rating of this product category. So if I come here, I click on the visual, then I go to the properties. So you see tooltips is on. So the default tooltips is all these things that is showing, like showing product category. All these are default tooltips, but I want to customize it to show something else. So I can come here, open up this place. It said, what type of tooltip? A report page. What's the name of the report? The page, which is my page 2 here. I'm just going to click on page 2. So now if I hover my mouse here, I can see the average rating of this category and this subcategory too. Okay, I can also come here, and do the same thing and say, okay, I want to send this one to also show the average rating of each of these subcategory, and you can see. So you see how you have different design element to your dashboard. So I think this is where we stop today, and this will be our last session on this particular task that we've been working on for a couple of days now. I think it's last week or so. Yeah. So do we have any question? So the last aspect of this, which is publishing these reports. Um, so I think we have a Teams workspace now. So I'm going to try, once we agreed, I'll publish this report into that team space so that everybody can have access to it, even though you know, I built this from my dashboard for my laptop here. So do we have once this is done, the last set of Power BI is the Power BI service, which is a lot different. You don't have to build anything. It's just knowing what to click and how you can build your workspace, do some restriction to it, how people can have access to it. So thank you for listening, and I do hope that we've enjoyed this session or this particular task. Yeah, so we can start getting our hand dirty, and present our own maybe report by next week or maybe by Friday. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, sir. This is really very enriching. Very, very enriching. Thanks for always. Do we have any question, any comment, anything that's not clear at all?
I have a question.
Please go for it.
She's muted.
You're muted.
Tell me.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, so sorry. So thank you very much, Mr. Azim, for tonight. Thank you for the class. God bless you. Plenty, plenty. She go. Yeah, so towards the end, I think one of the last things you said, you mentioned publishing to desktop service.
Power
Can
BI
you
services.
yes, Power
Yeah.
BI, sorry, I'm mixing them
Mm.
up. Power BI service. Could you
Yeah.
just like show us how you would have done this if you wanted to? Yeah,
Okay.
and what's like,
Okay. So if because of our time, do we all agree that we should, because it might take maybe 10 minutes just to do those things there. If the people on the call or we push it to another day, I don't know. Yeah, just saying anyway.
I'm thinking if you just show us where the publishing,
Okay.
so
Okay.
that
So
another
now I
lesson
have
will have a full
yeah, I have
service.
okay, that's fine. So this is the publishing, here. So let me look at the account I have here. So I'm going to just quickly switch to another account. Just just so that it doesn't just a minute. Power BI, Power BI workspace. So how do I do that? So this is under the home ribbon here. You have the publishing. So if I click on the publish, it's going to ask me, okay, one more thing. Let me cancel it. I'm going to hide this so that this doesn't show. I'm going to hide this. So this is let me rename this as the main dashboard. Okay. So if I publish this now, I can publish this. That's okay. Make changes here. And these are some of the workspace, I use to do my project. So let's say I'm using this particular workspace now. It's going to say publishing to Power BI. This is the name of the dashboard. I call it class task anyway. So it's publishing now. So after publishing this, it's generating a link. It's going to generate a link for me. So this is the link, or I can directly go into the Power BI to the Power BI space and just look for this particular report. Okay, so let me, I think it's opening in my other account here, on my other screen. Let me drag it to the main screen. Okay. So let's assume that this is I'm in my organization environment. So now I've published this report. So anybody, in this workspace, so this particular workspace that I published, which is I call data corp, as the case may be here. So we'll have access to this. But I want to make it public. How can I do that? So that's why I can say, okay, I want to make this to available to for everybody, whether you have you don't need any authentication. Maybe it's not, I want to showcase as part of my portfolio project. So now I can say publish this, publicly. So there's a way I can drop a link now. Okay, let me do that and just okay, publish to web publicly. Yeah. Publish. You can even say while I'm trying to publish, it's telling me that if it is a report that conceals sensitive data, I don't need to do that. So I'm just going to copy this link for us now. I put it into the chat. Let's click on it, whether we'll have access to this report. Right. Okay. So can we click on that link? Or maybe someone can just share his or her screen quickly. Let's see whether we can have access to the report. So I could spot some error. This probably I need to reduce this. You can say it's not showing, but I can make an adjustment to that. So can we confirm if we can see the reports?
Yes, we can see.
Okay. So that's how, if you want to make it publicly available, or if you want to make it maybe within your organization, so you must have had all those people. So that is what we call security group. So in a security group, you can actually share this individually, but one of the recommended way, it could come up in an interview that, oh, you want to control access to your report that you build for your organization. How do you do that? So instead of adding individual person into the workspace, you can just create a security group and add all those people. So what you just need to do is to add that only security group. So there's a lot of it, anyway. So let me know for this one now. For example, this is the admin portal for this particular report. I can control who and who have access to this. So anyway, so there's a lot to it, but if we finish with Power BI desktop, then we need to move into Power BI services. So this is also another game entirely. Yeah. So that's all. I don't know whether that I'm able to answer your question.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.